Hello, this is Femi again. Good afternoon. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon where I'm at. I want to apologize, first of all, that we missed the last session. We did record it, but we forgot to turn the microphone on. So at the end of the day, when we went to check it, there was no volume. And then I wasn't available last week. So here we are. So today we're here. Thank God for His grace. Thank God for His mercies over us. Today, I would like to talk about something we refer to as emotional intelligence. What is emotional intelligence? It's when we're emotionally stable to deal with conflicts, to deal with issues of life, to deal with the everyday, um, challenges of life, to deal with relationships. Because when we raise emotionally intelligent children in marriage, they won't have issues. When there's conflict, they're able to resolve that conflict. When we raise emotionally stable children in relationships, not necessarily marital relationship, their friend relationship, they're able to resolve the conflicts. They can manage their emotions. I'll tell you a story. When my oldest one was in college, she befriended her and this other girl were friends. And it was obvious that that girl had some emotional issues, like maybe depression or what have you. So one day my daughter called me and said that the girl's mom went off on her. She told my daughter off. She just tore into my daughter. Of course, as a mom, I was upset. I was like, give me her number. Let me call her out. My daughter was like, no, mom, this is my issue. I'm going to deal with it. And I'm glad that she said that because, again, as a mother, I was like, I'm going to take care of it. She was already in college. I think it was her second year in college. And she did take care of it by herself. And I'm glad that she told me not to take care of it because if I had taken care of it, would I always take care of it, of situations, similar situations for her? So I'm glad I was able to take a step back because she told me, no, don't do it. So as parents, we want to help our children, but if we don't give them the opportunity to go through those situations, how would they know that they're able to handle them? How would we know that they become adults that can handle difficult situations? And then I'll give you another example. Same oldest daughter, um, she was working in our pharmacy when she was 14. She was a cashier, and there was a situation, and I sat her down. She didn't handle the situation properly, and I sat her down and I talked to her, and she was in tears because I didn't go easy on her. Why should I have gone easy on her? Because I tell my kids from when they're young, life is hard, life is difficult. So if I make it seem like life is easy, if that was her boss that talked to her that day, she did cry that day, and we had an employee. I don't want to say anyway, we had an employee that came to me and said, "Femi, you're so mean." I'm like, "What do you mean I'm mean?" She told me, "Oh, you made her cry." I'm like, "You know what? First of all, this is a family issue, family business, family issue that didn't have anything to do with you. So please see your way out of it." But also, I let her know that you know what? If she did something wrong, why should I pat her on the back? How would she grow from things like that if I had pat her on the back? And again, like I said, we have to be careful. We have to be conscious. We have to be cognizant of the fact that we can't spoil our kids. If we do spoil them, then they won't be able to handle life. And that's why, unfortunately, I have to say this: some of the kids that are raised and they were not raised to be emotionally stable. That's why they can't handle the stress of adult life. They can't handle the stress at work, and sometimes it ends up in a negative situation. So again, I want to appeal to parents: please raise emotionally stable children. I also want to take this opportunity to appeal to parents with raising boys, mothers raising boys. Please help us raise your boys to be men. Don't spoil your boys, because if you spoil your boys, it's a marriage that there'll be issues. Because if you spoil your boys, then they won't be men. The wives will be trying to raise them in marriage, which that's an anomaly. It's okay to spoil your kids in a different way, but not in the way to raise them to be strong men, to be the husbands of the future, to be the fathers of the future. Because if you raise them, then they'll become mama's boy. We don't want mama's boys. Thank you for coming along today. If you like what you've heard, please share, like, and make a comment. God bless you. Bye.